All right, guys, here we go. Back at the races. Sunday. Of course, if you watched the last video, you know we raced Saturday. It was a tough decision, but I did decide to come back for more on Sunday. And I'm glad I did. Had a great time on my dirt bike. Actually, rode quite a bit. Well, I wouldn't say I rode quite a bit better, but I felt quite a bit better today than I did on Saturday. Just, what a difference a day makes. I don't know. I just physically felt better today than I did Saturday. A little stronger after being on the couch for a couple weeks. So, yeah, it's fun. Practice went a lot better. And, yeah, a good day on the bike. Made some mistakes. Didn't ride perfectly. Got a long ways to go. Got some things I definitely have figured out that I need to improve. But that's what it's about every weekend. Coming out and getting in some laps and getting some gate drops and trying to figure out where you need to improve. And I have a lot of room in a lot of places. So. That being said, just a great time on my dirt bike. This, of course, is practice. So we got lots of water on the track. It was hot today. It was over 100 degrees by my second moto. 90 degrees in the first moto. 90 plus. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was hot. Wasn't much of a breeze. No shade out here, so there was no escaping the heat. But we all had to deal with it, so the playing field was equal. We'll just kind of let most of the practice play out, and I'll chime in here every once in a while just to comment on a section, or if I think of something valuable to say, I'll jump in here. But now, we'll just kind of let it ride. Of course, it was muddy. Like I mentioned earlier, they put plenty of water down. I try to keep the dust down throughout the day. This water gets absorbed into the dirt pretty quick. So I don't know. They must water it all night though. It is. I know on camera it looks really good, but it's pretty sloppy out here. It makes it kind of fun, you know. It's a different. You need to practice all conditions. This is just one of them. You watch the professionals in their qualifying races. It's usually pretty muddy as well, so just a part of the game. Unfortunately, today we were the 40 plus guys, which is the class I ran. We ended up being the last moto of the day, 16th moto I think, so it just made for a really long time between this practice session and getting back out on the track. And with the heat and everything, I wasn't really mentally prepared for that, and it kind of kicked my butt a little bit. It's all a part of it though. I really need to run 2 classes is what I need to do. I need to spend more time on the track. Unfortunately, that's one of the things I need to work on. I'm just not that good at the drop of the gate. It takes me a lap or two to kind of get my bearings, so to speak, and get a flow going. And I don't know if that's from riding off-road, and you know, that first lap off-road, you know, everybody takes with a little bit of caution because we really haven't seen the course at all. And it's kind of similar in motocross, and you know, from practice to your first moto, the track changes quite a bit as far as ruts and braking bumps, accelerating bumps, and lines. They all change so much. So I feel like the first couple laps in motos, and it just takes me too long to get going. So that's something I need to work on. There goes Nick at 125. But yeah. That inside there kept getting further and further inside. I don't know, I feel like maybe they usually have hay belts there or something. But guys are really straightening that out. I didn't know if we were going to go to off-road rules where you're allowed 25 feet on either side of the course. But I could have straightened that whole thing out and probably saved a couple seconds. And like I mentioned earlier, I barely made it out today. I lived pretty close to the track. Practice was supposed to start at 8. At 7:50, I was still sitting on my couch at home, really trying to decide whether I wanted to come down or not. I just kind of weighed my options and decided I was either going to sit on the couch all day and do nothing, or I could come race my dirt bike. I'm glad I decided to come out. Always a fun day at Moto541. You got to get your laps in if you're planning on getting any better. And I need a lot of laps. Looks like I need to practice wiping the camera off. That's it for practice. On to Moto 1. My buddy Ryan right here on the KTM Dual Sport. A great start. This guy killed it today. He was my other 40 plus competitor. There were only 2 of us in the class today. And, yeah, he came out and just kicked some butt. Gave these 30 plus guys a run for their money. It's fun to watch for as long as I could keep up with these guys. Yeah, I think he told me he was on a 2008 KTM EXCF. had a big 3.5, 4-gallon tank on it, representing for the dual sport crew. And as good as he was running, I might have to ride my dual sport at the next round. Both him and his son raced today. I think his son raced the 85cc class. I'm not sure how he did, but I know he had a good time. Got to talk to everybody after the race, and yeah, it was awesome. It was great meeting him. Hope to see you at the next round. Yeah, everybody just kind of pulling away from me here. Definitely got to work on a few things. But the good news is, I did all my laps, made it out of here safe. I left with a smile on my face, had a good time. That's what it's all about, getting a good workout in, and just trying to improve every weekend. For me, it's all about getting more gate drops. The track was just about perfect for this moto. The dirt was drying up. It was getting almost tacky, as tacky as this place gets. And yeah, it was actually pretty good. See, I'm making some mistakes here, but overall, I felt like I rode better today than yesterday. That's what it's all about, getting better every day. Like I mentioned earlier, it was hot today. I think we only rode four laps in this first moto. I don't know, I definitely felt like it was a little short. Not that it would have made any difference, but I think they were trying to get the flaggers off the track so they could get a lunch break. I could be wrong. I feel like we normally do 5 laps, which is still pretty short. It's more of a sprint than anything, which is why I have to get better at going fast from the minute that gate drops. I feel like I'm slow through that section. I don't know. What do you think? I'm pretty much slow everywhere. Good news is I was the last guy on the track today. Yeah, see, white flag's already out. Seemed like a short race. It was hot, and they knew that we were old, so maybe they were trying to do us all a favor. And done. On to Moto 2. I don't really know what happened in this one. Four-stroke problems. I really have no idea what was going on. I don't know if my bike was hot or if I was hot and just not focused. I don't know, heck of it I'm keeping it running, but I was kind of losing a little confidence in whether this thing was going to be able to run or not. Not that I was jumping anything anyways, but I didn't want it to die on me, you know, anywhere at any rate of speed.
Just off the day. Gotta finish strong, huh?
I mean, it wouldn't have made any difference. These guys were all much faster than me today, but it was kind of a weird series of events. Anyhow, we kind of get it rolling here a little bit. I think it was more me than anything. Oh, that is a nice deep rut. That rut finally came around. It's a track dried out. But again, we're the last moto of the day. It is 100 degrees. I've been sitting around in my van just trying to stay cool, drinking a lot of water, making a lot of trips to the bathroom. Didn't really even get to watch too much of the other guys' races because it was just too hot. No shade out there. I ended up getting a little sunburn, which I don't really like. Taking advantage of the far inside in that corner. Still, got all my laps in. That's all that matters. Got my money's worth. Make a bit of an error there. This moto is kind of filled with errors. Yeah, this weekend I just don't feel like I did a great job with line selection. Usually I try several different lines to see which one I like best. I just kind of stuck with what was working more often than not. Which, I mean, makes sense, I guess, but it's hard to figure out if there are better lines out there if you don't try them. Sure, why not one more time? But anyhow, great times at Moto541, racing my dirt bike, having some fun. I think maybe I'll run 50 plus and 40 plus at the next round just to get more track time and to stay more mentally present with the racing. But I think that's about all I got for this one, so thanks for watching, and until the next one, I'm out.